The 17th lead change of the evening here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, and Casey Kane in the 9 car able to reel in the 17 car and make the pass.
Talk about how strong this 9 car was since this last caution and getting his tires. He's really making this high line work. He just gets a huge run off of turn 2 here to go around back in.
I don't know what it is about this racetrack, but Casey Kane knows how to get it done here.
Loves running this place, and he's a 3-time winner here. Loves this racetrack. And we talked about the paper or whatever the debris is on the grill on the 48 car. Let's watch and see what Jimmy Johnson tried to do to get rid of it.
Up behind Juan Pablo Montoya, who is out there running cripple. See right there the debris. Needs to get right up next to the bumper, and it'll just, there it goes.
Nice move by Jimmy Johnson to use that air to get off the front of his grill. Well, next week it's the only short track race in the chase as the series heads to the beating and banging of Martinsville, Virginia, the paperclip shaped half-mile racetrack. Hendrick Motorsports have won the last 6 fall races at Martinsville. Championship leader Jimmy Johnson has won more times at Martinsville than any other track that he's been on, with 6 victories. Our NASCAR Sprint Cup Series action at Martinsville is presented by Goodyear. Coverage begins on ABC at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, beginning with NASCAR Countdown. And I didn't even mention how good the Martinsville hot dogs are.
Oh man, they are good. I forgot about that.
I didn't. Here's Casey Kane right now. He is the hot dog here on the racetrack as we have just over 100 laps remaining, 106 to be exact, as he clicked by that time. Casey Kane, our leader. Kensington 2nd spot. Jimmy Johnson 3rd. So we got a Dodge, a Ford, and a Chevy in the first 3. Right now the top Toyota is Joey Logano back in 10th position as Juan Pablo Montoya again comes down pit road.
Well, he took that wave around and tried to gamble on getting a quick caution and getting some of this back, but now they have to pit under green. Vince?
Yeah, it's been certainly one of those nights you'd like to forget if you're Juan Pablo Montoya. He has had his hands full throughout the second half of this race ever since the contact. Hard to believe when you think back to how good his car was in the early stint, the kind of finish they're going to have tonight.
Not a good night for some of these chasers. You see the mangled car of Montoya headed back on the racetrack. Folks, we've got 4 chase contenders, or 4 chasers. Not sure how much they are as contenders tonight, running 36th or worse. Carl Edwards is 36, Montoya 37th, Vickers 38th, and Denny Hamlin in the garage out of it tonight. He'll be credited with 42nd place finish.
Think about something that Andy asked and talked with Frankie Kerr, crew chief for Marcos Ambrose, back early in this race, or before the race started, about the conditions, the cool conditions, the faster speeds and everything. And you can look and see that that contributes to a number of things. It'll contribute to, if your car is not very good on that side, the handling side, and then the problem that Denny Hamlin had with his engine.
If you missed our early part of our coverage tonight, we mentioned the 00 guys. David Rudiman was not feeling well, not feeling under the weather, and they had Dave Blaney standing by, but there's nothing better to make a driver feel better than a good, fast race car. That's exactly what Rudiman has had all night long.
Yeah, and Kyle Busch spun out by himself, and now he's starting to make a nice comeback.
And we see on the left side of the screen here, Joey Logano in the 20 car. He had a problem getting in his pit the very first time, fell all the way back to the very end of the line, about 38th, and has come back to, he's in the top 10 right now.
And he's got similar damage to that right rear quarter that we saw on Montoya's car, but he's able to run really nice lap times.
It's like his is a little bit more down at the bottom. Could that affect it a little bit less there?
And it's not as bad, but it is the same type of damage. He's able to run in the top 10. He's fighting for 9th spot.
Back up front, Casey Kane showing the way. We should be closing it on pit stops. They last pitted on lap 190. We are working lap 234 right now here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Back with pit stops in just a moment. Aerial coverage high above Lowe's Motor Speedway, courtesy of our good friends at Goodyear. New Fuel Max tires help you get there on less gas. Calculate your savings at GoodyearTires.com. Pit stops are stopping the 00 in the pits. Let's go down as he's just exiting pit road down there, getting his stop done. Jamie.
It vibration, but he is feeling better, Doc, as you mentioned earlier. So hopefully they fix that vibration because he does have a fast race car.
He certainly does, Jamie. He stayed in the top 12 to 13 most of the night, running in the top 10 quite a bit of the evening.
And having him stop a little early really won't change a whole lot as long as we can cycle through these green flag stops that are getting ready to take place.
Yeah, next 10 laps, everybody should make their pit stops on the green.
Fifth position, 33 car. Boyer, Kurt Busch behind him in sixth spot.
You can just see what a tough night Carl Edwards is having. Two cars just blowing right by him. Edwards now 3 laps down.
Yeah, he had made that unscheduled stop because they had left a tire loose. What about the 5 car? Mark Martin back in 17th position. Vince.
Well, and Mark Martin and crew chief Alan Gustafson have been having a regular conversation, and Gustafson told him, he said, I don't think we've been making big enough changes to keep up from the track, so we're going to start taking a bigger swing at it. Mark responded by saying, I can't wait to get new tires on this thing again. They are going to pit in about 5 laps, and they are in belief that once they make these changes, they're going to have a car that can climb back up through the field. We'll have to wait and see if they can do it.
Mark led the first laps of the night here and took off from the front row, but has struggled here in the last about 115 laps or so with a car that had a hole in the front end after contact on a restart with the 42 car of Montoya.
Boy, Boyer's car really gets going at the end of these runs. You can see right now he's one of the faster cars on the racetrack using that high line, but these long runs really working for the 33.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job running that high line, keeping his momentum up. Here's Jeff Burton trying to get back into the top 10. Hasn't had a lot of that happening, so it's good to see him having a good solid night. His car looks good on the long run also. His teammate Kevin Harvick right behind him as they go around Tony Stewart.
We talked about how the RCR people have been working night and day, burning the candle on both ends, trying to get these new cars built, and they have certainly started to pay off for them. Kyle Busch now coming down pit road in the 18 car. Dave.
That car was tight in the center, loose coming off the corner. And so let's see what they do. It is going to be a wedge adjustment, wrench going around there, air pressure as well for Kyle. Again, running the pink paint scheme for breast cancer awareness this month. And 4 tires for him, and he will leave. Shannon?
What a great run for Martin Truex Jr. tonight. Started the race 25th, currently running in the top 10. This team needs a good run. This car has been great all night. They've only made small air pressure adjustments. It's 4 tires for Martin Truex in the 1 car.
Jimmy Johnson coming down, and he gets it slowed down to 45 miles an hour, pitting all the way at the other end of pit road.
Yeah, he looked really conservative. I think that he's probably aware of the whole situation, Montoya's problem and some others, and so he was a little conservative there. Dave?
Of course, Jimmy Johnson has already cleaned the grill thanks to Juan Pablo Montoya. He'll get a 4-tire change, gave up 3rd position, needs to be more secure on exit. That'll be an air pressure adjustment and full of Sunoco fuel. 4 tires for Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy is down and away, 33 coming in, so is the 24 of Jeff Gordon. There's the 31 coming out. Good run for Jeff Burton. Let's go down to Jamie.
Well, Jeff Gordon said his car took off better that last run, and that was the intention. This time going to take 4 tires. It worked last time and got him track position. Wiping off the front, he's down. Vince?
The 14 of Tony Stewart. He's been making his way back up through the field. They've struggled at times tonight. The car's just been a little bit too tight to deal with. They made a 2-tire change last time. They're going to put 4 tires on it this time. Shannon.
Your race leader will take 4 tires. He took 2 tires last time. Casey Kane a little bit concerned that this might tighten the car up, but they are not going to make any changes on this 9 car. 4 tires for Casey Kane. Joey Logano also on pit road. This has been a great run for Joey Logano. The car has been loose. The last pit stop he took 2 tires. This time it will be 4 for the 20 car.